The last time that you guys saw this Camaro, well, I was buffing the paint. So that was probably at least 2 weeks ago. And you know what? It still looks pretty good. We had a weird end of August this year where it's like 80 something degrees in the end of August, which is supposed to be like 110 here in Texas. So I'm going to take advantage of the weather and buff the hood. So I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last video. Basically, I'm going to cut it with the ultra cut compound, then the polishing compound, and then end with the cleaner wax. I'll probably put a stripe down the hood just so you guys can see the difference, even though you already sort of can from just the fender to the hood. So once that is done, I'm going to take a little bit of time and clean the windows, clean the top, and then clean the interior. I really haven't touched anything in the interior as of yet. After one real quick just go with the cut compound, you can see a difference. The shadow across the hood doesn't help, but it's definitely a whole different color than over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second and third step, and I will show you guys what it is looking like on the finished product. Not perfect, but definitely better. This right here is about as good as it's gonna get. The sad part is all the dog damage kind of takes away from it, but it shined up fairly nice. If it didn't have any of this dog damage, it would look a lot better, obviously, but not too bad. Just for a quick, I spent maybe an hour or so buffing on it, but good enough. Now we can move on to the rest of the car. I keep stressing it over and over. One thing I love about this Camaro is just how nicely it starts. So I haven't touched it yet today. Oh, it's a huge grasshopper. All you gotta do . That's without pumping the gas or anything. It just starts up awesome. So the buffer made a crazy mess of all the windows, but even just cleaning the windows and leaving the top alone makes it look so much better. So typical me, I've done half. Shiny windows improves the look of the car a lot. Here you go, guys. Brand new. Just for you, because so many of you guys asked for it. There it is. Anyway, I wanted to share with you, I mean, cleaning glass is pretty simple, but I get these ads in the mail. They're made of newspaper, and that's what I use to clean the glass. It takes a few sheets to do it, because all this did half, but it leaves no streaks, and that's what I like about it. So it's an old trick that I've been using all my life. I think my old man taught me that. So if any of you guys don't clean glass with newspaper, use it. That's what it's for. I have maybe one more time to go over the glass. It looks much better clean, that's for sure. Next is going to be this vinyl top. I've never actually cleaned it. I've only ever washed it. So I have this Lexol stuff. I don't have the cleaner. I just have the preservative, but it works really, really well. So this is just a quick test spot. And for a vinyl top from 1972, it's not too bad. So I'll go ahead and give everything a squirt with this, and then rub around with the bristle brush in order to get down in all the little nooks and crannies. But it should turn out really, really nice. And then the outside of the car will be all done. This vinyl top has never looked as good as it has now. People were wondering about the rust on it, so there's a little bit on the A-pillar. There's a little tiny little bubbles around the front edge. And then in the back, there's one little bubble right there. But other than that, the vinyl top is in pretty decent shape considering its age. Now, most of the time they rust around the B-pillars. I've seen cars that no longer have B-pillars because of the vinyl tops, but solid. So, and the back window hasn't blown out from driving the car around, so that's always good. But yeah, that vinyl top is done, which means the outside of the Camaro is pretty much done. I just have door jambs to clean, but yeah, it's good enough for pictures. Other than shining the windows just a little bit more, I declare the Camaro outside, or the exterior of the Camaro, done. So mechanicals, pretty much done. Exterior is done. Check that out. Vinyl top looking good. So we will move on to the interior, see what needs to be done, and start cleaning it. I've already cleaned the dash, but if you're on Instagram, you saw that. Oh, there's one more thing I need to do. This car wouldn't be complete without a sticker on the back. So I sell these for $5 a piece if anybody wants one for their own car, but it's kind of neat because, oh, it feels sticky. If anybody wants one, I have lots of them. $5, not too bad, but I'll put it on there because I'm done with the outside. So there you go. Alright, today we're going to try and make the interior a little bit more usable, I guess. As I said in the previous videos, I haven't touched it at all. Chopstick nose. Noodle's coming to look at it. But this is exactly as I found it. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't done anything to it. Luckily the windows were up when it was in the barn, so it wasn't too bad. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got a broken belt. We got all kinds of parts that I've just thrown in the car since I've been buying for it. Let's see, we got gaskets, we got all kinds of, ugh. And people think it's fake. Yeah, that's a dead mouse. Not fake, guys, not fake. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably stack the all the parts that I have for it on the roof, and then throw the rest of the trash away and go from there. Check this out. This was in the car, and we have a couple goodies. We have 1 Minute Silence cassette tape. I don't know about that. Never heard of them. We have vitamin E. You think there's anything left in this? Yep, that's just a big melted. That's trash. We have like 50 cents in coins, woohoo! And oh, check it out, a new car smell. I need to put that in there. Oh, where's the lid? Alright guys, you ready? Alright, the Camaro interior is done! Yeah, that didn't work so well. Something interesting, I'm sure a lot of you guys really don't care, but since this car has been in the barn since 2000, we have a bunch of coins that there's nothing older than 97, or nothing newer than 97. I think the oldest one I have is a couple 1964 nickels, but look at these pennies. They're from 1997 and they're pretty much brand new. Of course my camera won't be able to pick up the dates on them, but when's the last time you saw a brand new 1997 penny? The oldest penny I have is, this one is 1975, and then the oldest dime I have is 1977. So nothing newer than 2000 inside this car, that's for sure. Here's something interesting. Here's an insurance paper that was left in the Camaro. It's obviously been eaten by mice, but if you look, it has the El Camino, which was 81 El Camino, which I had in a different video, and also the Camaro, both on an insurance policy from 1997. So there's some more. It's been in the barn that long. Interesting enough, they still have the Cavalier and the Astrovan on their property, which is kind of funny, but yeah, there you go. From 1997. Goodbye, little buddy. Been in there a long time. I know these seats underneath, as you can see, are trashed, but I think the backs are in okay shape based on what I can find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom right here, leave the bottoms on the seat, but take the tops off and see what the tops look like. So here's a little bit of a reveal on the seat back. That's not bad, because it had a cover on it. I wish the back seats had covers on them, because if they had, they probably would look about this good. So Yeah, these have towels underneath these covers, so I'm just gonna leave the bottoms as is. Well, I didn't get as lucky with the driver's seat. It felt good with the cover on it, but it's obviously been fixed with duct tape, so not surprised. I mean, they needed to be redone anyway. But luckily now, what I can do is I can clean them, get them to look just a little bit better. Let's see. Got some fuses. Got some matching carpets for the seat covers. That's nice. And the back is not too bad. I just got what looks like a strap. That's trash. Got a strap. Don't know what that was for. And then that looks like seat parts, so we'll put that in the box of parts. Not too bad. There's a tree. There's a tree hidden in there, just in case you wanted the Camaro to smell good. There it is. So I got my trusty scrubbing bubbles. No, this is not sponsored by Scrubbing Bubbles, and I'm sure some of you are wondering why I can scrubbing bubble but I can't Windex. You'll just have to think on that one for a little bit. But what I like about scrubbing bubbles is it gets through the really thick stuff, but it also disinfects. I mean, obviously this car was, you know, a rat hotel for who knows how many years, so it's got antibacterial properties to it, and it does a heck of a good job cleaning what I needed to clean. So what I'll probably do next is vacuum it out. But check out this weird seatbelt setup. I haven't had many Camaros, but these are some weird seatbelts. So they cross like this, and so you go inside like that, and then you take the belt, you adjust it to your body, and attach it to this. It's kind of weird, and they have these weird little like hangers. I don't know what you would do with those, but they do. So that is as good as it's going to get, with the exception of I will be gluing the rearview mirror on the car later today. Clean this door panel up. I feel like if you took this panel apart, re-glued these pieces, put it back on, you'd be perfectly fine. Same with the other door panel. Believe it or not, the other one's in better shape, which is weird. But the dash is great, and then here's something you don't see every day. They're called sail panels. These panels right here on each side of the seat, they're perfect. Usually they're cracked and just falling apart, but these ones are really, really nice. I mean, even the headliner is not too bad. So the interior would really, really benefit from seat covers and carpet, both of which I think if you could probably be under $800 and get the interior pretty dang nice, especially for, you know, the driver quality car that it is. The honest truth is, I wanted to go through the interior, make the interior all nice, fix, you know, the one little spot in the driver's floor that needs fixed, and, you know, make it super duper nice. But last month we had a hailstorm which damaged our roof, which means we're getting a new roof, but insurance is not paying for it all, and so we have a 2% deductible that we got to cover, and sadly something's got to go. So it's going to be the Camaro. So a lot of you have expressed interest in it, and what I can tell you right now is that it's mechanically sound. You could get plates for it, get insurance for it, and you could drive it anywhere you wanted. It starts up every time and it runs perfect. Noodle obviously disagrees with that. So I have a clear title in my name. No, I didn't steal it like, you know, 10,000 idiots posted. But I mean, you look at video 1, it has about 1.3 million views, so someone's going to recognize this car if you buy it. I'll be asking $10,500 or best offer. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, it needs body and paint, but it's a 72 Camaro. I mean, they're awesome. So if you're interested in it, I am willing to sell overseas as well. Look down in the description. I'll put my email and shoot me an offer. The worst I can say is no. But I will tell you this. As is, with all the barn dust, not running, not driving, completely unknown, I had at least 5 $5,000 offers for it. So consider that before you make an offer. But sadly, yeah, this is the last video on the Camaro. But you know what? For a barn find car, it worked out pretty well. I mean, you can fire it up and get in it and drive it anywhere you want. And it doesn't look half bad doing it. And last but not least, we'll take it for a drive. Completely cold. As is. That's how it runs. You know, I just noticed, weirdly enough, this car doesn't have shoulder belts in the front for the front passengers, just for the back. Like the back were more important. I don't know. Oh. The radio started working. The car's ready to sell. The radio started working. Never worked before. Oh, you know why? Because I put in the tape deck. So this is the tape that you guys saw earlier in the video. Alright, that's the soundtrack. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Oh, man. Sounds like appropriate music for a 72 Camaro, though. That's funny. Well, it has a good tape deck. That shiny hood. This music is kind of awful, actually. The rear end noise that it was making, it's gone down a lot. I think the fluid did help. It's not humming as bad as it was. The glove box is rattling though.